Okay, so this is one of those tutorial questions. Water in the container forms a cone. I've got the radius and the height. Okay, radius is 10 here, and the height here is 50, and they've got a vertical cross section. The how fast question can be answered is speed. Wait, what are we looking for? How fast is the water level rising when the water is 4 centimeters deep? So it looks like they're pouring water into it. So how fast? They're looking for the rate of change of h of c, right? How fast is the water level rising when the water level is 4 centimeters? Actually, this is the constant. Sorry, they're saying probably h of c, meaning the constant height. So h prime is what we're looking for. So that's what they want you to write here, dh, with respect to time. We're given the rate of change of volume. That's a hint. We need the volume formula of a cone. I think they just want us to plug in the volume of a cone. That's 1/3 times pi, what is it? Pi r squared h. And now notice that both r and h increase as time t passes. In fact, all three of the rates are positive. Increasing is a positive rate of change. So that's what they want you to write there. Oh, I got the cone wrong. Volume. Oh, they want you to type capital R, capital H. Pretty sure that's the volume of a cone. Now I'm second guessing myself. Yeah, we're good. Okay. Step 2, because we're given the value of r, we aren't given the value of r. We need to rewrite as a function of h only. So we need to find a formula for r. And so they're using the idea of similar triangles, right? We got a big triangle. R sub c and h sub c is the bigger triangle. Then r and h is the little triangle. So if you take r sub c, which is 10, you should be dividing it by h sub c, which is 50. That goes in here. Because if this is r, you have to have r in the same place over here. They have to be the same, the corresponding sides. R sub c and r, h sub c and h. And so h sub c was 50. And they want you to just solve that formula for r. So if you multiply h to both sides, you get 10 over 50 times h. So that's h over 5, or 1/5 h if you want to say it that way. And then they want you to make the substitution, so we're plugging in h over 5 in for r. Oh, and we got a little work to do there. So r was h over 5. I think that's what I got, right? Yep, and so with the volume formula, we got pi r squared h, but we're trying to put this in terms of just h. So we're making a substitution. That is pi times h over 5 squared times h. So if we simplify, that's h squared times h. That makes h to the third. So we get pi h to the third. And then the denominator, that's 5 squared. That makes 25. So that's what we should be typing in that box. Pi over 25 is what we're missing here. Uh-oh, what did I do wrong? Oh, I forgot the 3. Shoot, sorry. This is the volume of a cone. Sorry, that's the volume of a right cylinder. Now it's the volume of a cone. I forgot to multiply this by 3, so that should be 75 here. Okay, then step 3 or 4. Taking a derivative with respect to t of both sides. That's what they did in the first step. And so dv dt is what we're supposed to find. So if you take a derivative of this equation with respect to t, you need implicit differentiation to do that. So the derivative of v with respect to t, we can write that as v prime. And the derivative of this term with respect to t, there's only one variable. So the 3 comes down and multiplies. The power gets reduced by 1. And we need the derivative of the innermost function. So we need h prime here. Or in other words, 75 after my correction. V prime equals something over 25. And that's pi h squared. And then h prime was our shorthand for dh over dt. this is what they're going to want in that box, I think. Where we have pi h squared over 25, pi h squared over 25, and then solve the related rates equation for dh dt. So they want you to just get this by itself, so you'd multiply the reciprocal to both sides. I'm going to get 25 over pi h squared, and that's times our derivative of v with respect to t, so that's dv dt here. So I've done what they asked for, solve for dh, so that's dh dt, that's 25, oh come on, 25 pi h squared, and then that's dv dh, which I already have written there. So that should be good. And then we're supposed to plug in 4. So if you plug in 4 in for h squared, that's 25 over 16, 25 over pi times 16. I don't think you can simplify that either. So it's 25, the exact number, so 25 over, how do you type pi in without the button? Enter the exact number, but they're not giving me the ability to type in pi. Forgot what it is in WebAssign. Did they do lowercase pi or one uppercase? It's pi times 4 squared, right? When we substitute 4 in there. Oh wait, they want us to solve for dv. I'm sorry, I'm plugging this in here, but they want us to say what v prime is. Oh, wait a second. I'm sorry. dv dt, they give that to us at the beginning of the problem, I think. Water's poured in. Here, the volume is increasing 10 cubed centimeters per second, so that's just 10. Okay, and then down here, they want dh dt, so that's where we can use the symbols. So dh dt, we have that formula over here. That's 25 over pi times 4 squared, so 16 pi, times dv, which was 10, so that's 250. And then can that be reduced? I think 250 by 4. No. Oh, that's 125 over 8. I think that's as reduced as it can be. I did that a little too quickly, probably. Nope, that's everything. Okay, so that's the end of that problem. I know those tutorials can be tough. It's just step after step. It's sometimes easier just to have the question say that just says, give us the answer. But that's why I make these videos, is because I know there's confusing what they're looking for. We have to be really careful with the language. That last one said they just wanted dv dt, and I assume they wanted us to solve for the final answer, but